A few months ago, I got a call from three siblings in Walnut Creek. Their mom had just moved into assisted living, and the big question was what to do with their house. One sibling wanted to sell it as is for quick cash. Another insisted they should renovate first to get top dollar. The third wanted to keep it as a rental for family income. You can guess what happened next. Arguments, resentment, and silence at the dinner table. Sadly, I see this all the time. A parent's home isn't just property, it's memories, identity, and often the single largest financial asset in the family. When emotions mix with money, things can get messy fast. Hi, I'm Dale Corpus, a senior transition specialist and real estate expert based in the San Francisco Bay Area. Welcome to another episode of Sandwich Generation Solutions, powered by the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast. As part of the Sandwich Generation myself, I know firsthand how overwhelming it can be to raise kids while also caring for aging parents. That's exactly why I created this podcast, Simplify Senior Transitions, to make senior living and caregiving conversations easier. My promise to you is this: every episode brings real stories, practical tools, and expert insights so you and your loved ones can move forward with confidence instead of stress. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest sources of family conflict. What happens to mom or dad's house when they can no longer live there? Let's dive in. Why do families fight over the house? Why is this such a common issue? Well, the home is usually the largest financial asset. Siblings may have very different financial goals. Emotions run high because the home is tied to childhood memories. And sometimes there are old sibling dynamics: the responsible one, the absent one, the controller that resurface under stress. Here are the top disagreements I see in Bay Area families. 1. Sell versus rent versus renovate. Different opinions on what to do with the property. 2. Timing. One sibling may want fast cash to cover care costs. Another may want to wait for the market. 3. Fairness. Disputes over who's doing the most work versus who gets the most money. 4. Sentimental attachments. One sibling wants to keep the home in the family at all costs. I worked with a family in San Mateo where the siblings couldn't agree whether to update the kitchen before listing. While they argued, months passed, carrying costs piled up, and the market shifted. By the time they listed, they netted $80,000 less than if they'd acted quickly. That's the real cost of indecision and conflict. Now, let's talk about solutions. 1, get everything in writing early. Encourage your parents to have a will, trust, or estate plan that clearly states their wishes. The clearer the plan, the less there is to fight about. 2, bring in a neutral third party. Mediators, financial advisors, or senior transition specialists like me can help keep discussions fair and fact-based. 3, focus on shared goals. Remind siblings the goal is to support mom or dad's care, not to win an argument. 4, know the numbers. Get a professional valuation of the home. Hard data helps ground emotional debates and facts. 5, divide tasks fairly. Not everyone can contribute the same way. Some siblings may provide time, others money, others emotional support. Acknowledge and balance contributions. Now, what do you do if you're stuck? If things are already heated, here are some next steps. Pause emotional conversations until you can meet with a professional. Use I statements instead of blame. I feel stressed about costs versus you don't care about mom. Agree on deadlines to avoid dragging things out. I wanted to segue about my role as a senior transition specialist. This is exactly where I come in. I don't just help families sell a home. I help them navigate the entire transition with less stress and fewer arguments. Whether that means selling as is, listing for top dollar, or even exploring off-market buyers, I help families make decisions that fit both emotional and financial needs. And because I understand senior living costs, I can also show how the proceeds from a home can directly support care. This is what differentiates me as just being an ordinary realtor. At the end of the day, mom's house isn't just a property, it's a legacy. And the way you handle it can bring either your family together or drive you apart. If your family is facing this decision right now, let's talk. Schedule a free consultation or learn more about my services at www.simplifyseniortransitions.com or DM me on Instagram at soldbydale. This is another episode of Sandwich Generation Solutions powered by the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast. And don't forget, my podcast, Simplify Senior Transitions, dives into even more family dynamics and senior care solutions. You can find it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.